Hello everyone. This is my red Rili that I have tried to make myself, that we're in the process of making in one of the mixing different kinds of colors of shrimp project that I am the deepest into. I have this 40-gallon tank that these days the main purpose of this tank is to grow val, but I also have a bunch of red coals I had in here from my various red projects. And a while back, I think we're coming on a couple years now, I put some blue jelly shrimp in here with the reds in hopes that it would make some red Rilis. And we still got red Rilis popping up in here, so that's cool. So then when we got red Rilis popping up, I separated some out, the best ones I could find, and put them in here to start a colony. And I think that was probably about 6 or 7, maybe 6 months ago. And then I was trying to keep it cold, but there's just so many little baby shrimp in here that I was not doing a real good job. So now we're going to reset it. And my little pleco buddies I've had in here for years, I reset the tank. And they only spawned like once in like 3 or 4 years that they've been in this tank. And they decided that, hey, we're going to start having babies all the time. And you can see there's 2 different sets of babies in here. Lemon blue eye short fin plecos. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to pick out the best ones, and we're going to avoid at all costs of adding females that are buried. So then we make sure 100% that we have red Rili on red Rili shrimp. So we're not going to have any females that are good Rilis and maybe knocked up by a male that is not a Rili. So we're going to take out the very best ones and clean females that are not buried. Now don't confuse this project. I have a lot of red Rili shrimp things going on. This colony was not for mixing shrimp colors. I started this colony with a super rare, my Bloody Marys never ever do it, but they threw some Rilis, just a few, and some of them were even blue. I put those in here, and we're starting. So these were started with just a Rili that was randomly popped up. And this project was started with mixing blue carbon Rilis and Bloody Marys to see what we could get to pop up. And we got these popping up. We got some really nice blue Bloody Mary Rilis starting to show up. There's even a couple that are buried in here, and this project is still brand new. But back to this tank. So the first thing we're going to do is pull out. We got algae in here, and we got a bunch of moss, some algae in it. So I'm going to pull out all that stuff, and then we'll deal with these shrimp and these plecos. You can see, I'd say it's a 50-50 split, maybe a little more than 50-50 of Rilis, but we still got them throwing a lot of reds. And I was looking in here the other day, and I seen a blue jelly in here, which you think I kind of thought I'd see more of those, but I've only ever seen one. We got a lot of pretty good shrimp in here, so I'm excited to see what will happen. And you can tell that these are Rilis from reds, not Bloody Marys, because the red is a different shade. As you can tell, look at those guys, the red on those compared to the red on there. These are much darker, almost like wine red looking, because they're from Bloody Marys. Okay, so we've got most of the moss out and most algae out. You can see this is what we got here. I think it's over 50-50. There's a lot of regular reds. I'd say that's pretty decent. So something I'm doing with this project is I had a special request from a viewer and a customer. She asked if she could have some of these coals, if she could buy some of these coals off me. And I said, I am actually getting ready to redo this tank. And so sure, I can do it. So if you see anything you don't like, or something you want on or you see something in the video that's not on the website, markshellyaquatics.com, go ahead and send me an email and ask me, and maybe I can make it happen. Maybe not, but maybe I can. The worst that can happen is I can say no, can't do it. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do here is, remember I said I don't want any of the buried females. So I'm going to catch out buried ones and send to her and find a few males that are pretty good, but not quite up to par for the very, very best. So that's what I'm going to do now, is catch the special request shrimp. Okay, so now we're into the catching process. We've got a lot of nice buried females here that are special request. And then here are the ones I've got so far to keep. No buried females and some really, really good males. Alright, so we've got our keepers. And the problem with not wanting buried females is that when most of the good females are buried, so we had to find a few that must have just dropped their clutches, just gave birth. And so we got a handful of really, really good females and some really, really good males. I think that's going to be good. Let's see if I can pull this out. And we get a better look from this angle. Got some nice saddled females. Some super good males. And that will be the start of our red Rili colony. This is the tank so far. I want to go over these little ones the best I can. See if we can find some more. There's a not buried one. It's kind of sucky. Most of them are red, but there's still some good little ones that I'm gonna hunt through and find before I just start catching them all out and putting the rest in the Skittles tank. We still got some pretty good ones. I want to try to look for some little females. We've got plenty of really good males. Alright. Well, pulled the Pleco cave out. I don't know if you can see it or not. There you go. There's eggs in there right there. Sitting on eggs. So him and his eggs can go chilling here. Here you go, bud. Sorry for messing up your thing. Alright, this is where we're starting over at. This little bit of moss held down with some rocks so we can easily call. I put a whole bunch of rocks and a whole bunch of moss when I set this up last time, and it made it really hard to get shrimp out of here that needed to come out. So I fixed that. And now we're going to add some water, put the plecos in, and then it's time to add the shrimp after all that. So we're filling back up, and look at that. See if I can get it on camera. Mr. Pleco's still guarding his eggs. He don't even care. Alright. Everything we've been working for all day is about to pay off. Let's get these guys in the tank. Get a look at all the bunch. Come on, fellers. There we go. Guess I need to fix the divot I made when I put the water in. I think, let's see. Come on, the last few stragglers. Come on now. Come on. Alright, there we have it. Looks like someone molted while they were. I think this group will do us real good for the red Rilis. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.